Thank you.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay, we're gonna call the Parks Committee meeting to order today, January 14th at 5:03 PM. Can we have the roll call, please?
Okay, Chair Quinn,
Here?
members Juan Snyder,
Here.
Mayorek,
Here.
Ed Nelson is absent as of now. Normington,
Here.
Blazak,
Here.
Administrator Green,
Here.
and Park Supervisor Mike Lund.
Here.
Yeah, and Marlene Kumich is absent and excused.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yep, no problem. If we consider for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Citizen comments. There's no one in the audience and nobody on Zoom.
No one on
No
Zoom.
one on Zoom, okay. Approval of the minutes from our 11-12 meeting. Does anybody have any comments or revisions from the minutes from that meeting?
Let's begin. Could we get the minutes sooner than we've been getting up? Could we get them a few days after the meeting? Because then if we have an easier time remembering what happened.
So,
We don't usually do minutes right after they happen, because typically staff has other things they work on, so it might not be until 2 weeks after the meeting that they start working on them. So minutes aren't typically like our first priority to get done after a meeting. So, I mean, we can send them out, but they're probably only gonna get to you like a week before the meeting.
All right, I guess back in the day before we did all this, the fellow who was doing it, he would have them out like the same night.
And that was
And then-
probably the secretary of
Yes,
the meeting.
it was, and
Yeah.
I would just, and I got spoiled with that, so I could look at it and I would remember and I could make additions or corrections really easily.
You can check you can check the video and watch that, I hope that helps.
Okay. I mean, I think everything's been accurate. It was just a convenience on my part, but thank you. I understand.
And not to belabor this, but didn't we talk about having an AI summary of the meeting too through Zoom? Did we talk about? possibility of doing that.
We already do our minutes kind of through an AI software
Okay,
sort of thing that kind of summarizes it, but it's not the work that it takes to do the minutes, it's that there's other things going on in the office
Understood.
that
Yeah.
we
Okay.
get to them kind of when we get to them.
I
sort of
get it.
thing, so.
Thank you for having considered it.
oh, thank you, fair enough.
Mhm.
I mean, if we want to take a few minutes and look through it right now, you want to do that, Danette,
Well,
or?
I did.
Yeah,
But
okay.
as soon as he's come online, I look at him and I compare him to what I took notes on the time before.
Okay,
So I feel prepared to accept the minutes as they were
okay, fair enough.
in the last time.
Does somebody want to make a motion then?
I mean, I would make the motion that I accept them.
Okay,
Thank you.
Danette, any second?
I second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Moving on to correspondence, update on architecture project.
Yeah, so the survey from the needs survey has been sent out. I think that was out in December. So far, I think we're up to 100 responses, so it's pretty decent, and it's still out there, so encourage you guys, if you haven't, take it and encourage your neighbors, friends, whoever else in Lisbon to take that. I talked with Blake last week. He's looking at having some concept plans in February, so I'd like to get him hopefully at the February Parks meeting to kind of go over things with the Parks Committee as far as where the progress is on that. So that's really all the update I have on that.
Do we know how long the survey is gonna stay up?
Probably until I tell him to take it down, so I want to
Okay.
keep it up as long as we can until probably the end of this month.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions on that? Nope. Okay, and an update on the baseball diamond.
Yeah, I went out to the site last week and took some pictures. The poles have been put in for the fence, but last time I checked, the fence wasn't actually installed yet. The concrete pads have been put in place for the bleachers. We have the base pads ordered. I don't know if they're delivered yet or not.
They're in back over.
They're in back. Okay, and then all that goes with the foul poles as well, so this one we're actually doing yellow foul poles and not just wood stakes like we have in some of our other parks, so that'll be a nice nice look to the field. So bleachers, I'm assuming aren't probably being assembled until the spring at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna contact them as soon as the fencing gets put up, so it's not in their way. But once it's installed, I'll contact the bleacher installer and then get on the calendar at least.
And that's pretty much where we're at with that.
Any, just any thought to timeline when they're gonna, and I know it's dependent on the weather, but is there any thought when they'll be ready to roll with it?
As far as like total completion,
Yeah.
or that's a tough one, because there's a lot of restoration that needs to be done. And we're the ones doing that, so for sure spring, that won't get touched. But
Hey, Paul, I would like to add a little bit to these two topics here. The first is, some of you remember, we did a survey in 2020. We spent, the town did a fair amount of money to do this survey. And one of the things that was highlighted on the survey that the park committee was going to address is the growth in the northwest corner, Twin Pines in particular, Barnwood, down Oakwood, down Lake 5, and a number of these other new subdivisions that are popping on Lake 5 Road. One of the things that the park committee and the town at that time wanted to do was put access in.
You know,
Well,
Paul,
anyways, I'm just,
Okay.
this is all tied in here.
Yes.
This is important. And the fact that there was very little of that done. And
I would
Yeah.
imagine that's gonna be part of what Parkitecture will speak to with the development.
Probably not
Parks development.
access, but I do, so we're redoing the bridge over Lake 5, on
okay,
Lake 5 Road. So we
I
are-
don't want to get sidetracked on it, but the point that I'm making is we did a lot of work on this future planning. And we worked on it extensively, and every year after that, it was a vital part of our park committee when it was still a town. And when it became a village, as you remember, we put in a very nice dedicated mission statement of Lisbon Community Park. Unanimous, it was voted.
Okay, Paul, we're gonna, this is, I'm sorry, but this is not on the agenda. We're gonna have to.
Yes, it is. Yes, let me finish, because it's tied into this here, because it goes in, we put a lot of time in, and there was very little activity. And I'm saying this because we're gonna do a repeat now. And as we do this repeat, and we're doing surveys. Now. It's going to start this process all over, and we talked to a lot of people first time around.
Okay, well, people are getting to respond on the new survey now, so we're,
Please, let me move on, I can finish up.
okay,
earlier.
like 30 seconds, seriously.
No, it's not. Paul,
Yes, sir.
I've been part of this committee for years,
I
and I'm
understand.
extending it to break some very important points up as committee that we need to look at.
Then we need to get you on the agenda to discuss the long range plan that's not on here right now. I'm sorry.
This is in relationship to the new survey that's coming out, and now the baseball diamond. The baseball diamond, when it came up originally, I sat with Joe, and it was on the upper side.
Okay, Paul, this has been covered many times. I know that this is so
No.
important to you, and I do not mean to cut you off, but we're not gonna
I
discuss
didn't
this.
get to my key point. so
Okay, well
let
then
me
please
get to
make
the
your key point, but we're not gonna discuss that.
On the new baseball diamond, I took it to heart. And all of you know my background and how I worked with property management. Daily, I went up and I watched that baseball diamond being put in. Now, they were supposed to start some of the work early.
Paul, this is water under the bridge. We
No.
cannot go back and change
No,
the
we
past,
can't.
sir. We
Let
cannot,
me finish, Paula,
Well-
okay?
we're not talking about the baseball diamond.
We sure are. It's on the point. Update on the baseball
On
diamond.
the current status of the baseball
And
diamond.
that's what I'm talking about now. All of this was preliminary. If you look at the baseball diamond, they came out, not only did they flip it, I don't know why they flipped it.
Again, Paul, this is where,
This
this is
Let
water
me
under the
finish,
bridge.
please, have courtesy. Paul,
I'm trying to keep us on track here.
we will, this is important. What had happened with the baseball diamond now, when they came to put those pads in, and I'm talking about the pads. And I'm sure, Mike, have you looked at them close? When they put in, they had to come in with a jackhammer on a skid loader to cut through the frost. They came down, the fellow said they had at least 12 inches of frost. Excuse
Okay,
me.
this is not an update on the project. I'm sorry, we're moving
We're
on.
talking on the project.
We're-
I'm giving an update to the committee of the status of the ball diamond.
Okay, we're moving on from that now. I'm sorry, but we're gonna move on.
This is what happened for the last 3 years. They okayed this in 23.
Okay,
They
Paul,
had to raise
Paul,
it.
I'm sorry, we're stopping now. We're gonna move on to park supervisors
Mike,
report.
have you looked at those pads, those cement pads closely?
Yeah.
There's no gravel under the one corner of it. That corner is gonna break out as soon as you begun to put any kind of seeding on there. They put this in over Christmas when the ground was cold and frozen. They tried.
Well, but
to
it
pull
should have been brought up at Christmas while it was going on then.
We didn't have a meeting at Christmas. I was supposed to call you up.
Call Mike, call Dan, call me, call somebody.
Anyways, Mike, take a good look at those pads that they poured in terrible weather with frost on the ground. They don't have enough gravel underneath it. And that one corner is floating with nothing underneath. And we're paying a lot of money. And as a park committee, we are obligated to look at things and bring these up to the attention of all of us and not wait for 2 months to put it on the agenda when it's too late.
I agree. Make the phone call. Mike, can you give your report, please?
We'll look at it and observe, and this is just one small fraction of situations that I'd love to share.
Call me and get on the agenda, Paul. That's what I'm just gonna say. I'm sorry. We can't.
Shoot me an email and let me know what issues, concerns you have. and then-
I'll meet with you in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met with Joe in person a number of times over there, and he laid out a completely different story of what was gonna happen. And I met with Kathy out there, completely different story of what was gonna happen. There's no accountability for what KIE is doing. They spent 2 years doing nothing. They picked the worst time in the world to start. It's not going to be finished for next year. We can't use this till 27, and there's no accountability. And I'm talking to you
I'm
as
a
a village
board member.
representative here on the park committee.
Yes, and our administrator is sitting right here, who's
That's
hired him,
right.
and we've got
And
all
we
the.
never have an opportunity to talk about these things, because you always say, moving on. And these are important things. And Jeff, I'm glad you're here to get involved and personally look. I'm in that park daily. For the last 23 years, I've been in that park watching. And I've been talking to people daily who come in there, and it's dog walkers. And it's people who just walk the park and bicyclists and people. And everybody's saying, what's going on here when you see what's going on? Enough said.
Thank you, Mike.
We've been working on the ice rink when the weather cooperates. We had a little bit of a warm stretch there, so. With this cold front coming through, hopefully we get that back open again. We've been keeping up on cross-country ski trails also when we have enough snow. Working up, cleaning up some down trees we've had in the parks, also cutting down a lot of the dead ones that we have in the parks. Working with the DPW during snow events, and then working on equipment and facility maintenance.
Great, thank you. Moving on to event planning, continued preliminary planning for the Easter egg extravaganza. I know Marlene has most of that. I did speak to her yesterday, as I had mentioned. She's got 6 tables filled. She's working on a bunny, or said she thought somebody here had a bunny. Did you have a bunny, darling? Or not, Jeanette, did you have a
I
bunny
did not.
person?
I
Okay,
thought she had someone in mind though.
Yeah, okay, so she's working on a bunny. Again, she's got 6 commitments and she's got waiting for a lot of callbacks to go on there. So we're in good shape as far as the planning of that goes. She's got the police auxiliary coming for parking. And she's got the Lutheran church coming as helpers as well, so we'll have plenty of volunteers.
Did she reach out to the fire department?
Not to my knowledge.
I'll check with you.
Okay.
Are more of these gonna be available? This is very nice. I don't know if you did this, Jasmine. Did you
flyer?
make these up for us?
Natasha does that.
I mean, where
Mhm.
will they be placed or how will they?
I know they're on our website. They get, I mean, it depends on who's signed up for the Notify Me too. I mean, they don't get the flyer, but they do
Right.
get information about what events and stuff are coming up.
Okay.
We have one posted in the vestibule when you walk in.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if we have, I know in the past that we've done schools and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if we have those posted up there or not
We can,
at the school.
we can email them to the Hamilton School District and the Richmond
Yeah.
Elementary.
Great.
You know, in the past, I think we probably put them on like community boards at like
Mhm,
Starbucks.
right.
That kind of stuff, so we can swing by there when I get my morning walk there.
And then as we get closer to it, that's when you put something up down at the corner of Lake 5 and Oakwood Road, right? Do we have the banner that
Yeah,
goes
we have
there?
a banner, I believe, that we put up closer to the event.
And something will go up on the fire station by Richmond School also could be.
Yeah,
done
we'll
on
probably
that
put one up
marquee.
if we can. We just updated that computer for
Okay.
the sign, because I know it was stuck in a community festival
Yeah.
for like 6 months.
Mhm.
We finally got that working, so now we can go in there and put it in the event. We'll probably do that probably in February. Maybe even early March.
Thank you.
Anything else for the Easter egg extravaganza? Any questions, thoughts?
Does it look like we can all be there and help that day so far, or?
Yeah. I'm planning on being there. Hopefully the weather's good.
I know.
Fingers crossed that.
And, will Jeff be available that day too, to help?
Yeah, he will be there.
And then. If, I'm guessing we'll meet. February, March before this, so then as we get closer, you'll let us know if we're helping to stop eggs or whatever.
Yeah, and I need to buy more eggs. I have one bin full of used, so
Okay.
I would guess 500 to 600 I have available, but that's it. So I don't have any new ones, so. I gotta buy more.
Cause, you know, I can help, let me know.
Okay, the planning for the community festival. I know we've got some things to discuss here as far as contracts. Will you want to go over those?
Yeah, so we have contract for Fender Bender band. They got me a new contract which we have on tonight's at Village Board agenda and tonight's agenda. Fun Play Inflatables is out of Jefferson. They have a rock climbing wall. And I think it's actually slightly cheaper than what we got from Adventure Rock. So I have that on the agenda for approval as well tonight. And what do you call that one? Cattail Critters, so the animal petting zoo that we normally do, they couldn't make this date, they had another one scheduled, so they couldn't do it, they asked us to change the date, which they couldn't do. So Cattail Critters is out of like Berlin, Wisconsin, it's pretty far north, but
Yeah.
they're the only ones I could find that really provided something similar. And so she was very agreeable to come down, she provided a quote, it's a little bit more expensive, just given the fact that they have to drive so far, but they do have, you know, a nice setup. The only thing is, I think the one that we used to do, they would provide food for the kids to feed them. This one, they would be like an additional charge if we wanted to provide food for the kids, so I don't know if we need to do that or not.
You know what, since everything else is free for the festival, I don't think parents are gonna mind if they have to throw 50 cents for a bag of corn, do you?
I don't think so, I'd have to
They
check
have
with them
50
on
cents
how
in
that
their
would.
Pocket, most of
Okay, that,
don't walk with change in their pocket,
Right. But I mean, this is a chunk of change, which thank you for finding them, Lo.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything else with our event is free. I mean, so people, other than the food and beverage by choice, but if there is a nominal fee for the kids who want to feed, I don't think parents ever come.
Yeah, I mean, either that or we only up the money for it, and then, you know, if it's $50 or $100, maybe we
Mhm.
eat it and provide that for them, so. And then the other thing is, I think the other one, they've allowed children to kind of be inside the cage.
Oh,
And this one, they don't allow that, so
yeah.
from an insurance standpoint, maybe it's probably a good thing that we're not putting kids in the middle of, you know, a bunch of ponies and stuff like that, so. But otherwise, I thought we'd give them a shot, since we don't really have any other choice, and I don't think we wanna go without it.
No, that's a great thing while you're waiting for the wagon ride
Yeah.
up there. That's,
Yeah.
people really love that.
Mm.
I agree with you. I think just, I mean, how much? $1 each, is there gonna be 50 of them or 100 of them? I mean, pony up the 50 or $100 to do it and just make it all free.
Yeah, I wouldn't even wanna, if, I never have cash in my wallet, so hopefully parents do. Yeah, I think we could either do that, or maybe we can get somebody to sponsor that one again, like we did last year, and not have to worry about it at all. And then what's not on here, Chilwaukee, the popsicle place, they have this reserved for the event, so they will be there. Brewfinity is also ready, they're gonna be at the event. And then I just got a contract or a quote from Hoof Beats, so they have the date reserved as well.
And what is it called?
Hoof Beats, the,
The
Oh,
wagon.
that lady, oh, Mary Jane, yeah.
yeah, and then Jester Fun, I emailed back November 13th, I haven't heard back, so I just sent them another email this afternoon, just make sure that they have it on their calendar as well, so once I hear back from her, I'll give you guys know.
Okay.
Did you ever I don't know, maybe I didn't hear you. Did you contact that Jeff with Sweet Delight Kettle Corn? Did we want him to come back?
I didn't contact them, I didn't know if that was something you wanted me to
I mean-
do, or somebody else that actually had contact.
I
with
didn't
them.
know, but
I've never-
I mean, I have his contact information. I mean, he was well received last year,
Okay,
but I don't know, discussion on him.
I think it was the Tundra Treats that we were thinking might. Maybe didn't have the better showing there, right? The guy that was all the way at the end.
Right, they were,
Yeah.
yeah, where this Jeff, you know, he has.
I think it's lemonade and,
corn and, yeah, and he had like the he had like the snow cone thing there and.
yeah, I didn't reach out to them, I thought I'd have to check at the last meeting, but I didn't know if Marlene maybe was reaching out, or.
I mean, do you
Who
want? me to-
originally did you have? his
Yeah, I was
contact?
on call
If you wanna contact him and then just give him my contact information, and
Okay.
then we can touch
Okay.
base.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mhm.
What about the food?
I think Marlene was gonna reach out to the.
yeah, the Milwaukee Meats guy, yeah, he's coming back, same guy's coming back next this year, yeah. And I think she has not the Optimist Club, who was the church, Grace Hill Church,
Oh,
Yeah.
they were helping.
Yeah.
Some of the.
yeah, I think, she spoke to them as well. So I think we're pretty well covered with that. Um. okay.
Oh, I did have one question.
Yeah.
On this contract with vendor vendors, the last paragraph. Kurt has said, if this is acceptable to you, we will put it on our Facebook page. And also the schedule. So does that mean? You or one of us should tell him, yes, to put our event?
Yeah, I
on?
told him that we would be looking at the contract and getting it approved,
Oh, okay.
so then I'll shoot him an email in the morning and let him know, and then he can. It's more marketing for his band, but
Right.
letting him know, and I think that's. I think Chilwaukee is also gonna put. Or no, Brewfinity, they put a list of schedule of their events, and so they are putting our event on as well, because they do a lot of stuff in Sussex and all over
Sure.
the place.
Mhm.
Yeah, the more the merrier,
Yeah, the
Right.
more,
Yeah.
we can get it out there, but.
for sure.
Mhm. Thank you for for sharing the contract parameters with us. This was nice to see.
Yeah. I did too.
Okay. All right, anything to be placed on a future agenda?
Well, how about Paul discussing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What would the 5-year plan or we'll
Well-
just put on here?
Are we gonna throw away the original 5-year plan that we started?
I don't think.
Apparently, it has seen 0 in the last 2 years, so we were actively involved in that, and we're starting a new plan. So I want to meet with you out there. I'll give you a call and we can arrange a convenient time for you and I, because there's a number of things, Dan, that I want to walk through with you on there that you should be aware of as administrator for future plans and things.
Well, if what you want discussed at this committee is what she wants to talk about, we can talk after the meeting.
Can I suggest we put the existing 5-year plan on the agenda after we get here from Parkitecture? Because we would be talking to something, we don't know what Parkitecture is even proposing yet.
Right, and I
Once we
think
do that, then we can merge them.
well, we can do that, and I think we will have 2 different types of formats of information, because the 20 plan for the 5 years dealt with a lot of future growth in the parks. I think the Parkitecture, from what I understand, is looking for what we got right now. And what?
Well, I'm not gonna speak to
Yeah.
architecture's plan, because I want them to come in and do
Yeah.
that, and we're not really under any agenda topic right now. I think she's just looking
Yeah.
at future
Yep.
items on the agenda, and like I said, we can talk after
Yeah,
about it. So,
Okay, good. We'll make sure that gets on. Is there anything on any other
well,
budget
just
you want to
put
put
the
on here?
ballpark, and we can talk about the ballpark, like I thought we were going to
Well,
tonight.
and you're gonna discuss that with Dan with the, yeah.
And things that the rest of us maybe should be aware of.
Yeah, so once you can sit down with Dan and Mike or whatever, make them aware of your issues, then they can work that through whatever contractual things we go, and then that'll be part of the regular update that we'll do. So I think that would work out really well, and I appreciate that. Yes,
Paula, very quickly, are you also, are we talking about looking at each individual park, its infrastructure, when it was put in, when it was built, that kind of thing?
we've already done that.
Or it was, I missed, obviously, I was not here last month. Oh,
I don't know what agenda item we're.
Yeah.
here. I don't wanna get.
you know,
into
we'll cover it a little later.
no
But
problem.
but next month, there's gonna be an update from Architecture, so that there's something coming now.
Yeah.
So we just have to be cautious, but updates and then the 5-year plan will be part of that whole thing that we're talking about, and that will be on our future agenda, so we will work on that.
I know it's redundant, but the importance is each park serves its basic, a basic need
Yes,
for the community that surrounds it. And obviously, as a village that is increasingly becoming more urbanized. You know, we have to look at, okay, what do we think might happen? And what financial scenarios do we have to possibly anticipate
sure,
in the next 10 years?
sure. Yeah,
If
absolutely.
I'm around 10 years from now, I don't know.
Hope so.
Anyway.
All right, Danette, you have anything?
Well, so that for our February 11th meeting. Will Paul be on? Or will the park of the Ball Diamond be
We'll do
placed on the agenda?
we'll do an update for the Ball Diamond, and in the meantime,
In the meantime,
Oh, yeah.
they'll have their meeting,
Yes.
they'll have that, but there will still be a place for that item to be on
Yes.
the agenda, so then if you
Yes.
can speak to it. At maybe a greater length of time. Is that okay with you?
well, yeah, that's what I thought this was gonna be tonight, so that's why I thought I was in order, Paula.
well, I think I think rehashing how we got where we are is not helpful. So I'm just gonna say that much.
That
We-
was
we-
the
we have-
introduction to what the point
Okay.
I was gonna make.
Fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough, but we will absolutely address your issues. I promise you that.
It's the village issues.
Yes,
I speak, trying to do the best for the village here,
and
not
absolutely.
my issues.
I appreciate that. Colleen, anything from you? Nope. Jeff? Nope, you good? Okay. Does somebody want to make a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Okay, second,
My second.
Ed, all in favor?
I-
Bye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are out at 5:32.
Yeah, this is one part of it.